Welcome to Genians Sales Webinar. Hi, my name is Yeonju Lee, Insight Apex Sales Manager. Genius prepare the sales session for enhancing your sales skill when you meet and persuade your customer. This sales session consists of 6 sessions. Today, it is the first session of why NAC for Zero Trust Security. It is about the introduction before entering the Genian NAC itself. Before moving to the slide, I'd like to check what we learned from this session. There are 3 messages that we need to pay attention. First, we will learn about our business IT environment. Second, we will learn the existing security risk under our current environment. Third, we will learn to find the best way to secure the business under the existing environment. Okay, let's first look into our business IT environment. I wanted to highlight the BYOD that we are facing on every day. According to the record, an employee in a company is using average 1.7 devices. And these devices are mixed of the official and personal devices. This figure tells us that with these devices, you can access business applications such as email and Slack, and personal applications such as YouTube and WhatsApp. It means that there is a blur between the personal and professional life. With your experience of the BYOD has brought many benefits, nobody doubts it, such as mobility and efficiency and productivity into our business. That's the main reason why many companies have not yet limited to using it into the business area. However, we are also facing is a vulnerability of the BYOD. As increasing of using the devices, there have been appearing of a security risk as well, such as a malware infection, data theft, poor device management. And now you may question, why are these kinds of risks occurred? That's because all of these are caused by no proper solution in the business environment. So now you're probably questioning by yourself what I have to do now for solving this problem. Because BYOD has been into our business because it has brought many benefits. However, we experience its risk already. At this moment, I'd like to say that we need to find the best way of using it under maintaining this business environment secure. Before finding the best way, let's look into our business environment first. I put the image of our legacy diagram, called it castle and moat. I believe that there are still many companies maintaining these types of the diagram. Under the castle and moat, it is very tough to access from outside it to inside. However, once the devices are loaded to inside, The devices can be accessed to every application and data and system, which means that they are protected all the same way. And what is worse, there is no restriction and no priority for accessing this application. As you know, this approach is very, very vulnerable to security insight. Under the BYOD, over 1,000 of multiple devices accessing to the internet network, this design of network castle and moat is very easily exposure to both the internal threat and external threat. Correct to weigh it, the device should be authorized by own role when the devices attempt to the inside. It means that only authorized devices should access to the right place of this specific application or data or a system with the limited privilege or security insight. You may recognize that I have repeated so many times of it, internal and internal security from the previously slide. I have brought some official figure why the internal threat should be considered as critical more than external threat. These two figures from the IBM, unlikely your expectation, internal threat is much higher than external threat around us. Next figure, it is about what is the most important asset in the business. Number one, confidential business information. And next one, privileged account. And the next one, sensitive information, including employee. These are the assets which are very related with business critical internal asset. And next figure, who finally acquired this threat? Surprisingly, almost 50% is a current employee. And next one, former staff who already left the office. And third one is third party. And next one, outside. Now, you may assuming why this internal accident is occurred. First, it is just an accident. Second, they didn't know that it is crime. Last reason, somebody do this intentionally with expecting of some benefit from outside, such as somebody offering them a good higher job of a position. Now, you can see the common things among these three reasons. That is, there is no proper solution for it. So far, we have found that the internal threat is higher and companies haven't prepared yet to protect their inside against this threat. However, we need to find the best way to secure, but I don't mean that you should change your existing environment. Instead, we should find the best way to prevent this risk under our existing environment. So, Genians suggest redesign. Redesign your business security environment under your existing system. What I mean of redesign is that, first, only authorized devices and users should be allowed to access inside. Second, even they are verified as the trust one, they should get the least privilege to access the limited resource. And last, we should keep in mind that nobody can be trusted until it is verified. All of the function, NAC can do this. Next slide, I'm going to show you how NAC can realize the redesign for Zero Trust security. I prepare a flow how NAC can work for Zero Trust security. First, it is detection. NAC starts to detect every single device attempting to the inside in a real time. Second, device visibility. Once the device is detected, NAC provides its own device information such as IP, MAC, and platform information. Third, user authentication. The detected device's IP and MAC matches with the user ID, and then you identify who is who. And last one, NAC finally decided to grant the device allowing the inside network or not. You may think that this feature is not much different from IP address management solution called IPAM. However, the big difference between the NAC and IPAM, NAC grants to the device, allowing the resource where the device is meant to be. As the image on this slide, the device with the ID cabin73 group of cells is allowed to access the inside, but it can be only access to the cells, not other resources. Please don't overlook that even the devices is inside, which is not always means the trust one. I would like to highlight how important to build up the Zero Trust security. We should detect device and user in a real time, and you should verify them, and finally grant them on the right resource for security. Shortly, nobody is trusted until it is verified. Before closing this presentation, please keep in your mind that Zero Trust security is no longer a concept, but essential strategy, which is protecting the vulnerability from the known and unknown threats. Therefore, it is very, very required to have an ability to divide and rule. You need to divide several network segmentation and then grant to the device accessing to inside with least privilege. NAC can do this. Okay, this is the end of the slide of today's webinar. I'm highly appreciated with your joining this session. And I hope to see you guys on the next week with the next webinar session. Thank you. Thank you for joining, participating this webinar. Thank you so much.